but in the middle of the hand floating high so that the fingers can drop in. See, I keep telling him drop. What I mean is that this part of the hand, this hand here, is a platform. And the platform does not drop. The platform stays stable like a hovercraft. And the finger drops in from the platform. That's the crucial differentiation. This does not drop. These drop. What we do in relaxation is this is dropping all the time. It ruins everything. If this doesn't drop, but these drop, there's a differentiation of function which creates a completely different hand. Yeah, try that now with the octave. That will help a little bit. Sorry. Yeah. So remember, it's not stiff. That's right, it's alive. There you go. And again. You see, your platform's working great now. You see how different the sound is? Yeah? That's right. Okay, now we're jumping around again. How about this forte? Because in the forte chord, what I noticed, it was the worst instance of relaxation ruining everything. The forte, and in the middle of the forte, there was this. Like, or, yeah? So try that once. You see, look, straining. You see? You're straining. Half of your hand wants to go down, and the other half wants to go up. There's a struggle between two intentions in the hand. Now, what if we get da-da-da, and this was just standing? Yeah, he did 90%, I did the last 10% for him. But that was great. You saw the difference in the shape of the hand, and then there was still a little strain, so I just went, there. Again, da-da-da. Ah, there, now you're starting to understand and do it yourself. Da-da-da. Yeah. Even this one has to have that quality. This one, come on, you're already doing it here. That's it. Maybe you might want a different fingering, you might want, because this change of fingering will help you have the sense of aliveness and movement rather than stiffening something to control it. So it's like this. Get more boom into that up. That's right. And now add the other hand. You see, that's pressing. You sense the difference between pressing the piano and standing up on the piano. Yeah, you see, still you wanted to press in a little bit, but you feel, oh yeah, there's something else I could do. Da-da-da, up. There, that started to have some musical quality. Da-da-da. Again, da-da-da, da-da. Ah, that's the emotional content of that moment, right? It's da-da-da, it's a call, it's a change, it's a wake-up thing, right? And it has to have that ba-da-da. So again, what Bernhard was talking about, every gesture has to have an emotional component. The last time you did it, da-da-da, it was like you went, whoa! Yeah, so try it once and actually say, whoa. Whoa. Or some other thing, wah, or boo, or I don't care. Da-da-da. Yeah. There. Did anyone notice the difference in the sound? Yeah? That's right. His hands stood up, the sound stood up, everything stood up. That's right. Okay, that's great. So I'm not going to ask him to play the piece from beginning to end and do all that. If we had an hour lesson, I might try it at the end of the lesson. Because generally, my experience with showing this kind of new physical sensation and how it affects the sound, if I show it and I don't ask for an integration at the end of the lesson, and I rely on the student to integrate it through the weeks practicing, they generally don't have enough experience to really integrate it. And so if I demand it too soon, sometimes that can actually galvanize a process of really acquiring it and making it your own. So you have to sense that in each individual case, right? But I'm not going to put you through the ringer like that today. And actually, I wanted to do, that covers really all the aspects of this Debussy, right? Whenever you have this un peu marqué, like all this stuff, you know, it's not down here, is it? So again, you stand up. You make sure that you have this sense of the internal air. Or one of these, right? You've got to imagine that the strange thing is, we were all taught this. How many people, the first teacher said, imagine you're holding an apple in your hand. Imagine you're holding a tennis ball in your hand. You know, now it's imagine you're holding a Sony game player control in your hand. And I have a forum online where people write in questions, or they write in their experiences related to having seen the film or read the book. And it's a discussion group basically. And there's one guy in New York who, Jai Jeffries, who runs a site called New York Pianist, and he's a concert pianist. And he's saying, geez, we were all taught this, but I wasn't aware to the extent that I wasn't doing it. I thought I was holding the apple. But if you really investigate, and like what I said yesterday, just join two notes. But really, did you hold two keys down? Did nothing fall in here? Then we find out that a lot of the things that we take for granted, we're not really doing. So in an instance like this, just imagine the air in your hand. Try this one now. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah. It was not 80%. But you see, there's a way of telling, because you see, look at those bones. That's so visible. When Oliver started, his hand, let go. His hand was basically like that. No little mountain here. Now what's all around Linz? All around Linz are these things. Yeah. Right? But if you really do them, if you really do that, the sound will be different. So don't do it stiffly, but use your skeletal structure. Use your bones to play. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. But keep floating, keep floating. Don't sink into that. Yeah. And you see, there's a completely different mode of control. So often we're sitting on one note, and now we've got to play this note here. Yeah? And so we're sitting on this note, and it's like, yeah. If you're standing in your skeleton, you're just standing here, and then boom, your skeleton puts the next note in. There's none of this. You know where you are. You're in yourself. Boom. There it goes. There's this tremendous sense of being able to play from your natural inner gesture, because the skeleton is the center of yourself. So in a strange way, being more in touch with your skeleton puts you more in touch with your soul. I won't get any wilder than that today. Probably.